Hello and welcome back. This is Dr. Edward Padama, and this time we are going to discuss questions commonly asked during title defense and how you should answer them. So before we start, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell to alert you when a new video is uploaded in my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions regarding research writing, write your questions below the comment box or the comment section of this video and I will immediately get back to you. So let's start. Before we start, I would just like to establish that the discussion will focus on questions asked during title defense. So there are schools, institutions that organize committees to screen and to criticize research titles presented before they are allowed to proceed with the actual research. So some of these questions are the following. What is your study all about? A very simple and yet hard to answer question that is very common in research title defense. So I am going to teach you how to answer and not what to answer. So this will serve as guides on how you should answer these questions because you will be having different research proposals, and all of this will depend on your knowledge and content of the research that you are trying to propose. So how should you answer this question? Briefly discuss the background of your study, guided by deductive method, which is discussing from general to specific. You may opt or choose to give a brief history or origin and how the issue evolved or developed, and how it affects the current situation in your local, focus area, school, or classroom. Another question, why did you choose this topic? So this question dwells on the prevailing issue or problem at hand. So focus on the problem that you want to solve or give a solution. What critical factors would convince the panel that there is a need to conduct the study? Remember, focus on evidences that would convince your panel that there is a need to conduct the study. Present evidences, data, researches, and other studies that would support your claim that there is indeed a need to conduct the study. So tip, always practice humility, accepting recommendations presented by the panel with an open mind and a grateful heart. This would definitely go a long way, especially if you are defending your study. The panel is there to help you. While there are panelists that you experience and hear from other students wherein they do not have any considerations, the mandatory of a panel is simple: to help you as researchers to improve and develop your research. So with that in mind, put in your heart that you practice being thankful for giving or for the recommendations given by the panelists. Moving on to our next question, how will your study contribute to the existing body of knowledge? This part of the title defense asks you what will be the benefits of your study. How will this be different from other studies already conducted? Will your contributed knowledge be beneficial? And who will benefit from it? Again, you have to convince the panel that these benefits are worth it and will contribute to the existing body of knowledge. Another tip is practice the art of listening. Listen and focus on the questions given by the panel. And again, never beat around the bushes and answer the question directly. If you are asked to explain, then that will be the time to discuss and expound your answer. Another question that may be asked during your title defense is, what theories or concept did you use in your study? So theories and concepts are the foundation of a research. You have to choose a theory or concept carefully that would support your claim in your study. You do not just pick any theory that has a keyword from your study and then choose the theory and claim it to support your study. So you have to read the content of the theory. This theory will reinforce and strengthen your stand that there is a need to conduct the study. Always familiarize yourself with the theory or concept. That is who the author is, what is the theory all about, and the idea behind the theory. So tip, you cannot give what you do not have. This is a quote that I always use and discuss to my research writing class. This means that you cannot expect to answer a question that you have not prepared for. So preparation is the key and practice makes it perfect. Another question is, what research variables did you use? So usually research variables are already present and can be seen in your research title. So you just need to identify which one is the independent and dependent variable and try to explain the meaning and relationship of these variables. So from the definition, research variables are first seen in your research title, which the panelists are already looking at. Identify these variables, which one is the dependent and independent variables, and discuss how they are related to each other and the reason why you chose these variables. In an experimental research, one variable may be the respondents or pupils. It may also be teachers, depending on the experiment and depending on who are your respondents, while the other may be the strategy that you are testing to improve a specific skill in math. Another tip is try to relax, breathe, and smile. Always be confident and prove that you are familiar with the content of your research by avoiding phrases like, sir, I am not sure, or saying maybe, or saying I guess so, or saying somewhat, somehow, and so on and so forth. There should always be a certain level of confidence that you know what you are saying. Okay, another question that might be given to you during your research title defense is that did you bridge any gap from your study? So what is a research gap? This is a research question or problem which has not been answered appropriately or has not been answered at all in any given field of study. So it is important that you try to convince the panel that when you conduct this study, this particular research gap would be answered. Again, you have to identify a specific research gap and um, try to provide evidence that these gaps or this particular gap has not been answered by any type of research or study, and that if you are going to push through with your study, you would be able to answer this particular research question. Identifying these gaps and generating research questions can be regarded as the first and most important step in research in writing a research paper. Now, tips in order to identify these research gaps. You have 6, and these are the following. Look for inspirations in published literatures. Seek help from your research advisor. Use digital tools to seek out popular topics or the most cited research papers. Check the websites of influential journals and make a note of your queries. And the last one, research each question that you use in your research paper. Hello, and thank you everyone for joining me in another discussion on how to defend your research title. So these are all guides on how you can improve and hopefully make your research title defense successful. So again, please click the subscribe button, help the YouTube channel, and click the notification button to alert you when a new video is uploaded. And again, if you have any questions regarding research writing, I get ideas of videos from your questions. Write them down at the comment section below, and I will immediately try and produce a video regarding that particular question. So again, thank you. Stay safe. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye.